Well, the Vietnam economy has been doing rather well, maintaining a GDP growth from 6 to 8% in the last 15 years, and that's impressive. And we think that the prospect continue to be promising. On the one hand, we have a young and growing middle-class consumer population, and also foreign direct investment is keep coming in.
Yeah, the growth could be much more sustainable if Vietnam had not relied too much on foreign direct investment and the MNCs. So right now the growth are driven by export, and most of the exports come from the MNCs in Vietnam. Meanwhile, the local firms has not absorbed the technology transfer or become competitive in this context.
Well, I think the MNC cannot be the backbone of the economy, so it's very important to improve the capabilities of local manufacturers, and continue to call for more FDI will not do the trick. We need to improve the local companies' ability to absorb the spillover from FDI, and we can do that by improving the basic skill set of the human resources of local companies, as well as encourage R&D investment in the private sector. Right now, R&D budget is very low as a percentage of GDP compared to other countries in Vietnam. Well, the government can initiate reforms in basic education to focus on skill set, problem solving, critical thinking. But I think the private sector do have a role to play here. And during our last trip, we realized that private equity can actually play a role in steering the capability improvement in the private manufacturing sector.
Korea is a good example for Vietnam to look up to, and Korea actually grew much faster than Vietnam in the 1980s, 1990s. They invested in technology and they shared the R&D from the public with the private companies, which Vietnam government should also do.
Well, I think the Vietnam government is going in the right direction because they focus more on building ecosystem for the startups instead of investing directly in startup, because research has shown that it's not very effective. But I think ultimately the SME should be the backbone of the economy where the majority of jobs are created. So that should be the focus.
This is where private equity can play quite a big role in growing Vietnam's economy. We had interviews with major Vietnamese equity firms in the past few months, and one major problem is the deal scarcity and saturation in consumer sector. Meanwhile, manufacturing sector still offer very interesting opportunities for investment. And when private equity could bring in also management and value creation collaboration, that's how Vietnamese SME can become competitive internationally.
Well, investing in the manufacturing sector certainly is not an easy journey because of some deep managerial norms in Vietnam, as well as accounting transparency. So there's a lot to be done here. And we've done research on how private equity can create value in this sector, and we have posted it on our website, and it will be followed by an article coming up exploring our thought on this.